Doug, I'm in the cab of my truck, 102963, in Knight Transportation Terminal. And there's actually two topics I want to talk about today. They're kind of interrelated. One is my work life. I'm coming back to my work life. It is my Monday morning. I was off all weekend. I was at home. I made a lot of videos, but obviously I was not traveling in the truck. I didn't have to pick up a load and deliver a load, so I was completely free just to completely focus on video. So it was really cool. The other thing that happened is I made a decision, and Mike made a decision. We both made a decision. Mike of the Video Matrix Challenge. We decided to join, together to do a 90-day project together. Use his strengths and his expertise that I don't have, and take what I've been doing is these videos, and I have lots of story and content, and I have this vision that relates to driving to Tokyo, okay? And I'm excited about it because what's interesting is you never know how life's going to turn out, but what I have found is if you take action and you make decisions consistent with, the end result or where you're going, magical things can happen. So Mike and my collaboration, for me, I have to remind myself how magical that is, and feel a sense of gratitude, because I remember when I did the video 90-day challenge, when I was just getting to know Mike and Michelle, and we were doing a video just like I'm talking right now in front of the camera every day, and then we watched a video. And I had mentioned to Mike and Michelle, maybe someday we can work together, and Mike, maybe someday we can collaborate or do a project together. And Mike and Michelle's response was, well, maybe that'll happen. We'll just kind of have to see how it flows. They didn't say yes or no. Okay. And then here's the funny part. I think this is so cool. Okay. Because I respect Mike and what they're doing, and because I had such a positive experience with the 90-day challenge and video and all that, I sent Michelle some of my videos that I've been creating, and I've been creating a lot. And I sent some to Mike, just kind of wanting to get their feedback. I honestly was not sending the video to, hey, watch these videos, let's team up, let's collaborate. I just wanted to get their feedback to see how they felt about it. And what happened was, on one of the intentions of my driving to Tokyo, one of the outcomes, or one of the reasons why I was doing it, was to recruit new drivers. And what I mean by recruit really was to track the right people that were actually looking for what I have, that would love this just as much as I love it. I wasn't so much trying to sell somebody this, that it wasn't a good fit, or I wasn't trying to put a round peg in a square hole. I just felt like I know there's got to be some other people that are facing similar circumstances that I did 12 years ago, that feel like I did, that this might be a perfect solution for them. It was that kind of recruiting. It was more like I wanted to offer what I have and pay it forward, So I wanted Mike to watch the videos to get his opinion, and when he came back, and God's on the Street, he came back, he goes, after watching your videos, I think I might want to drive a truck, and maybe drive a truck for Knight Transportation. And I think it would be great if I maybe rode in the truck with you, and did some videotaping, and then one thing led to another. We're working on this project together for 90 days, which is totally awesome. And what I'm getting at is, it came out of me, well, first of all, doing the video 90-day challenge. Definitely. If I had not done that, obviously I wouldn't have got to know Mike and Michelle. There's no doubt I wouldn't be doing this project with Mike, but it was taking that action, and every single day doing my video. In fact, I can take these glasses off, can I? Doing the video, and then I decided not to do the next challenge, and then for about 3 weeks or a month ago, I was not planning on this. I discovered iMovie because a friend of mine said, "Are you aware that you can actually make a movie?" And I'm like, "Really? On my phone?" So I started doing it, and that's how I even came up with the movies to share with Mike and Michelle, which led to what's happening right now. So Mike was did a video. In fact, I have it teed up here. I was watching it about last Thursday about consistency, just being consistent. And he said something like, well, maybe you can't do all the things you really wanted to do today, but at least pick one, just pick one thing. So Mike was giving me feedback of some of the things I could talk about on this project that I'm knowledgeable about, and to just take it in bite-sized pieces. And one of them was, what's my work life like? Because I'm so passionate about it. It's an easy thing to talk about and to do something about that every day. And the second one was motivation. Okay, so I got to thinking this morning, instead of saying I'm only going to pick one because maybe I feel a little like a little bit uninspired, because the truth is, I think last weekend I did so many videos and I pushed so hard, and I don't think I slept a lot, that this morning when I woke up like 4:30 or so and it was dark and I came to work, and I did manage to find it empty, which is cool, and I got set up for this next load, which is cool. I think what happened is I had a little bit of a hangover from all the push I did this weekend, and 'cause I didn't really rest at all. Instead of just chilling all weekend, I was making videos. In fact, I think I went to bed like 9:30 or 10 last night, and then I think I woke up again at midnight and said, I'm going to do another one. I have a few more hours before I have to go to work. I'm going to do another one. I started doing another one. So I think what I was feeling this morning was, which is understandable. I think I was just feeling like a little bit of just pushing so hard, and now I've got to go into my regular work week, and like, oh man, But now I actually feel okay. I kind of had to talk myself through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just shoot some video of the truck here, and then I'm going to go back to the trailer and do what I did the other day, because it kind of helps inspire me. I like the sound of chanting with the trailer, more so even like in here. So I'm going to go up the trailer and do a little bit of the chanting. And I do this too, by the way. You probably haven't done this chant, but we call it Gonyo. It's kind of like learning another language. Like, I'm the worst with languages. I am absolutely the worst. People always ask me if I've learned how to speak Japanese, because I've been to Japan, 5 times, and I've spent 6 months there, and the answer is no. So it might sound funny. The chanting to me is a way to kind of get some momentum, a motivation, and some confidence that if I can learn to chant this Nam Myoho Renge Kyo Ho Ben Pandai Ni Niji Sei Sanju Sanmai Anju Nikki Go Sho Desho Bachi Jin Jin Mo Ryo Sho, if I can do that, maybe I could start to learn how to say more than arigato, or maybe I could start listening to Japanese stuff on YouTube and learn how to speak Japanese. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I'm going to turn this off because it's at about 8 minutes, and I'm going to go back, maybe shoot the cab a little bit, and then I'm going to go back to the trailer and do some chanting, just a few minutes, and then see how that changes my state, and then I'm gonna send it to Mike and see what he thinks, get his opinion on it, and then we're starting to build, the content for driving to Japan. I said that a couple of times. It is Tokyo, Japan, but I mean it to be Tokyo. But when I say driving to Japan, the truth is I haven't just gone to Tokyo. I've gone to Kyoto, I've gone to Nagoya, I've gone to Hiroshima. I've gone all over Japan. I haven't just limited. I think Mike was asking me the other day, you just go to Japan? No, I've been all over. I've used a bullet train every time I go there for a week to 2 weeks, and I love just jumping on the bullet train. They go 168 miles an hour, so you could be in like Kyoto and say, well, where do I want to go to lunch? And you go 300 miles away in a couple hours and explore around. My friend Takako said, I've gone to places she hasn't even been, and she's Japanese and she lives in Nagoya. It's because I've been traveling around on a bullet train. And I miss the bullet train. Maybe that's part of my funk, you know. I miss Japan. I miss my friends. I don't have that shot in the arm. I missed 3 trips now. I was there last fall and winter, and so I missed a spring trip, I missed a fall trip, and I missed a spring trip. So that might be kind of some of my residual feeling, like, oh man, I'm homesick for Japan. I haven't had my Shinkansen, and I haven't seen my friends. I miss my friends, and I might be feeling, who knows, I might be feeling this Facebook isn't enough. I appreciate them watching my videos and hearing from them, but I want to actually be with them. I want to go to Kamakura. I want to go walk along the beach. You know, I want to go drink a beer and hang out together with my friends. That might be some of the residual stuff. Who knows? But it might be. But anyway, let me stop this video and go back to the trailer and shoot a little bit of the fun of my land pilot area where I fly the trucks, you know. And I put my glasses back on. Claude said to me, you know, and Michelle's even said, why do you wear your glasses all the time? You're always wearing those dark glasses. You know, it's because I feel comfortable with them. They're like my driving glasses. They're like what I use when and they're like perfectly clear. They look dark to you, but you know, when I have these on, they're completely clear. They're prescription. I paid like $250 for these glasses or whatever. So that's why I wear them. I got these for specifically to, you know, drive. So I guess when I have these on, it's like putting a uniform on. It's like when I put my hat on, you know, when I put my hat on, and if I take my hat and my glasses off, it's like I'm like, oh man, I'm not ready to drive yet. And then I have to put them on. Okay, now I'm partly ready. Okay, I got to put my hat on. Okay, now I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll. So it's kind of like, you know, it's what I need to, you know, go forward. And you know, when I go today, I'll put some music on. One of my favorite songs is a song called "It's My Life." I might play a little bit of it. I don't want to play too much because I send it to Facebook. They might chop it off or mute it. But there's a song. You can find it on YouTube. It's by No Doubt. Check it out. It's called "It's My Life." It was actually done by another group in the I think it was the 80s or 90s, and sadly the lead singer passed away. I think a couple of years ago. He was around my age and he passed away, but they sang the original. But this one, it's called "It's My Life," and I think it's No Doubt. It's on YouTube, and I like it. I usually end up playing it when I start my shift, because it's kind of like, okay, we're ready to rock and roll. So I use it kind of as a theme song. And here I go. I was going to try not to blab too long, and now I'm already 13 minutes into this. And I was going to try to make just a short video, and I just didn't do it today.